Welcome to Being Friends with Jess and Toni-ann, an inside look at our friendship, millennial things, sports, and pop culture. Come laugh with us, or maybe at us, and let's be friends.
Is it recording? Oh, there we go. Now
it is. I feel like we start every one of these episodes by looking at ourselves, making a comment, and then going like, hey, we're back. The self-deprecation is real.
It is. Okay. Luckily, we don't record that part, though. So, welcome back, friends.
Welcome back.
There will be no new episode next week because Toni-ann will be on vacation. So, consider yourselves warned.
Yeah, it may not be for the next 2 weeks because I don't come back until the Wednesday. I think that's a little late in the week to get a session.
No, that's 100% late. We did say we were taking 2 weeks off. Okay.
Yeah.
So, no new episode for 2 weeks, people. 2 weeks. You have time to catch up.
We'll be back in time for Valentine's Day. We did already.
Yes, we will.
We just established this, so that's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
but welcome.
Welcome back.
How we doing today?
Yeah. Oh my God, I'm so dehydrated. I realized literally 10 minutes ago that I really haven't drank any water all day long.
So here she is with her hydration
So
packets.
here I am with because I didn't finish my hydration packet last night. I woke up drinking it and then I was like, I don't know if I can have 2 of these, even though I didn't have a full one. But I don't know. Sometimes I get nervous. What if it hydrates me too much and then I drown from the inside out?
Yeah, it's a thing.
So, yeah, I mean, I had water this morning and then I had another water bottle, but I was like, I did not drink enough water at all today. So here I am with my Poland Spring.
All right. Lovely. I actually made an alcoholic beverage for once.
Oh wow, look at you.
I've been drinking a lot of tea. We've been doing the cozy drinks.
I was gonna make hot chocolate because I'm freezing my ass off in this house, but I just was like, I should be responsible and drink water.
It's funny because as this podcast ages, we age. So it's we started off the beginning of the podcast drinks every week, and now we're just it's a Monday. We don't need to have alcoholic beverages just for the podcast. But I do have one today because it's vacation week. So I do have a Hugo Spritz.
Of course you do.
Because big brain moves from Toni-ann this week, okay? Well, it was last week because that's when I went to Costco. So we know we're on the Hugo Spritz train this summer, and now it's the winter and I'm still on them. But I can't drink them at home, obviously, because I'm not gonna pop a bottle of bubbly for just me. That's you can't re-cork it and save it. So once it's open, you kind of gotta drink it. So big brain moves. I went to Costco and they had the 6-packs of the smaller bottles, the single serve.
They don't have the 6-packs in your liquor store?
Oh, yeah, I guess they do. This was a special 6-pack in the Costco liquor store that I think it's because it was still technically a Christmas gift thing. It was bubbly from all over the world or all over Europe. So it was this was technically a German sparkling wine. It's called something kin or something like that. There was 2 cavas and then there was 2 actual Prosecco's from Italy. But I was let me start off with a German one. Why not? And it looked the most normal. So I'm okay. So yeah, so I got my Hugo Spritz. I got my German sparkling wine, my Saint Germain elderflower liqueur. I don't have a nice lemon wedge or lime wedge to really bring it around. And this glass is one of those glasses that's you could fit a whole bottle in it. So I don't know. That's why maybe it's not the scale because I'm on video, but it's the size of my head almost.
It is.
So I just put a lot of extra ice in it.
The straw is just cracking me up because it looks huge.
Well, it's the straw that you get in one of those drinks so that it doesn't fall out.
I know, but why did you need a straw? You can't drink it you don't want to drink it out of the glass, a glass of wine?
Spritzes are meant to be drank with straws.
Okay, sorry. No,
I feel that's a law. I don't know if that's true or not, but I've never drank a Spritz without one. Every restaurant you go to, they give you a straw.
I mean, I guess. Okay. I'm getting annihilated. I'm sorry, I'm not a Spritz person.
And anyway. I didn't feel like opening a whole seltzer can just to put a drop in. So that's why I put extra ice in it. So it's the seltzer.
That makes zero sense.
It's doing the watering down portion just not the bubbly portion.
But that ice doesn't have bubbles.
But the bubbly is enough bubbles. It's fine. We're fine. It's all fine. Anyway.
Okay.
Having a rager of a week.
You are.
We don't need to get into this yet. What's your ridiculous thing?
I don't really have anything ridiculous aside from the fact that it's like January. I need to start looking for preschool programs, and it's fucking stressful. Because like there's like a lot of options, and also I'm like not ready for like our school district just introduced like a 3-year-old program for free in our public school, but it's 5 days a week all day, and I'm like, no, I'm not ready for. No, I'm not ready for that. Like, I'm not sending you 5 days a week. You're not going from 0 school to 5 days a week all day long. Like, that's insane.
Is that like universal pre-K?
Yeah, it's like a 3-year-old pre-K program. So anyway, so now I'm looking for more like a half day, half week. We can all get eased into this at the same time.
No, but it's free, so kind of.
No, that's just like too many hours. I'm not ready to give up my kid to the school system for all day long. So yeah, I understand the free part is very enticing, but anyway, so
baby steps, literally.
So I reached out to I posted in like the mom group of my town, and I was like, does anybody have any suggestions? And I felt like I like took a step in adulting by doing that. So I reached out to a couple, to like 3. And we'll see how that goes, and then I'll figure it out. Like after that,
like I feel like you got time.
I feel like 3 is enough. Yeah, but you have to be like enrolled by like.
Oh yeah.
Hey, like,
hot commodities, right?
Yeah, it's like a lot. It's a lot of pressure. So yeah, I just find it ridiculous that I'm at this stage already, and I'm not ready.
No, I'm not ready, and she's not my child, but I'm not ready. Because she was like literally just born, and it's weird, and I don't like that.
Right. It's
so
terrible.
Cool. Now you're gonna be emotional. Stop. Okay. Like, not Jess, it's her kid. I'm like, I'm getting emotional. Please stop.
Anyway, what's your ridiculous thing?
Anyway, my ridiculous thing, I've been packing a lot this week, obviously. Packing is just by far the worst part of a vacation. Like, I mean, some people might say unpacking is, but like, no, like I truly think packing is, because it's just like, I'm going away for 11 days, to a place that is a desert, but it's also the winter. So like, they said like, oh, it's like beautiful during the day, but it could get cold at night. I'm like, isn't that anywhere? Like, I just don't know, like, and it's the desert. It actually is ironic. This was already in my notes to rant about, and I'm wearing this Arizona shirt. I don't know if it's backwards in the video, but
no, it's not.
And it says, but it's a dry heat. And I just think that's so hilarious. And I had to get it when I was in Scottsdale, because that was my quote, like, but it's a dry heat. But it's true.
That was all you said when you went to Vegas also.
Vegas, Scottsdale,
it's dry heat.
Yeah, so I'm like, so is Egypt the same situation? Do they have humidity, or is it a dry heat? Like, I don't know.
This is where I would download, like, like on Apple Weather, like you can add a location. So I would like add Egypt, and for like a month, I would be stalking it and looking at the humidity and the UV index and like the time. So what is it telling you then if you did that?
It's currently 55 degrees there. They're 6 hours ahead of us. So it's the middle of the night right now there. It's 3:30 a.m. there.
Okay.
So 55 degrees. That's the low. You would think 3:30 at night's like the coldest it would be.
Low, yeah.
Yeah. So it's 55, and today will be a high of 74. And then the rest of this week is a high of 69. Nice. And a low of like 50 to 52. So like, I don't think that's that cold, but they say in the desert, like 55 feels colder. So I guess it is a dry heat, because there's no humidity. That's what makes it feel colder.
Right.
Because there feels like temperature. Let's see.
But I feel like 70 is not that.
Feels like 53. Oh, wind is making it feel colder. So just the wind, but like that's 2 degrees. That's like nothing. Okay. So then my thought is like, I feel like I didn't struggle as much to pack when I went to Italy. And Italy I went to, and it was like, I went expecting it to be like almost a summer vacation, and I was like almost freezing the whole time until we got to the Amalfi Coast. And then finally it was like hot. Like the rest of the time I walked around Italy like freezing.
But I
So
think this is just like weather in general. Like it's the same thing when you're here. You know, like it can
true.
be like you can't plan for the weather. Like it's so hard to plan for the weather like in the United States, let alone a foreign country that you've never been to.
This airline, for people that really need like a lot of stuff to bring, this airline lets you bring 2 checked bags and a carry-on. I'm not doing that because that's just a lot to like carry around. We're going to be on a tour for 11 days. Like I'm not dealing with that.
Yeah.
But, and plus like, I'm not going to pack that much stuff. Like how much realistically am I really going to wear? But like, that's a nice perk. I guess maybe it's because like, they're used to like a lot of people like that live there that like go places for months. So like you need more clothes. Like that's what I'm thinking. Because we know people that like live in Egypt for like half the year and then they like come home.
Or if people even like just pack like go for like 2 weeks or 3, like you know what I mean, like an extended period of time where you really do need that much luggage.
It's good though for if you plan on like buying a lot of shit because
what
everything's
airline
really
are
cheap.
You flying?
It's Egypt Air. It was the only airline that was nonstop. We wanted to do it nonstop. So
yeah, after London, we're not doing connecting flights. We know.
Oh, the connecting flight conundrum. I almost forgot. Thanks for bringing it back up.
No problem. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. So the packing was a lot. I've gotten it down to my packed suitcase is basically packed. I just got to throw in like all my toiletries basically into my carry-on, although I'm going to be putting like obviously like the larger bottles in checked baggage, and I got to go to the library tomorrow and get my new books, and then I'm pretty much set.
Yeah, like how many books are you bringing for 11 days? Because I brought 4 books with me for my trip, and then I wound up only like I finished lessons in chemistry, and then I didn't even wind up starting a new one because I was just like then just exhausted, and I was like, okay. But like I did finish lessons in chemistry. I will say the last 200 pages was better than the first 200. It got things moving. I was a fan of the last 200 pages. The first 200 were just a little too boring for me.
Yeah.
But how many
I'm planning on bringing 2 books because I'm going to be like all day out touristing, sightseeing. So like really realistically, when am I going to read? Like bed and the plane. Like that's realistically what I'm thinking. I have 1 book that I'm like 90% done with, so I plan on just reading the crap out of that book tonight, finishing it, so when I go to the library tomorrow I could just bring it back, and then I'll pick up the 2 new books. My other note, speaking of books, that is I guess also a ridiculous thing on this subject is I kind of have a problem, and I don't know if it's going to be a problem, but the new book in the Fourth Wing series, Onyx Storm, comes out at midnight tomorrow. Okay. And you know me, I'm a library person, so I didn't have plans to like go buy it. I've had it reserved at my library for like 2-3 months already, like ready to go, because I want that fresh new book, want to be one of the first people. So now I don't know if they have it yet. The status on the website still says being acquired by the library, so I don't know what that means. But like,
if they don't get it when you go tomorrow, you're gonna be screwed.
So what happens if I'm on like day 3 of my vacation, then they say, hey, you got this book, come pick up, and then I'm not home for 9 days? Are they going to give away my hold to somebody else?
I would ask them tomorrow. You shouldn't have to go all the way to the end of the line.
Yeah.
But also if you do, you might have to bite the bullet and just buy the book. So
well, that's like, how much is a new book? Like $20-$30?
No, that one's probably like 20 to 25, I would say.
Okay. So like, but like, I'm not.
Some of them, I would say, some of them are like. Yeah, I don't know.
I could just Google it. I didn't. But Onyx Storm is what it's called, and at Target, it's being sold for $25. Okay, it's like a deluxe edition with like sprayed end pages with dragons on it. It looks really cool.
Yeah, like, but I feel like that will like look nice on like a book stand. You know what I mean? Like a night, like.
But I don't have the other 2 books of the series, so what's the point?
Toni-ann, I don't know. I'm just saying if you had to buy it, it could be a statement piece in your home. I don't know.
Do people return books to Target after reading them?
You're not doing that. I would kill you. This is where I draw the line.
What is the return policy on books?
Absolutely not. You're not doing that. You're better off reading it and then reselling it as a used on like Amazon.
I guess. I think
or something.
Realistically, the only reason I'm worried to hold out so long for the library is that TikTok, now that I have it back, thank the Lord, is going to be full of spoilers and I'm going to be dodging left and right. So like that's just what I'm worried about. On vacation, I could avoid it easily enough because I'll be busy.
That sounds like a personal problem.
That was really mean. That was rude. That was really rude.
Well, you wanted TikTok back, so like
sounds like a personal problem.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
Everything we rant about on this podcast is a personal problem. So I don't know. Like that response was just sassy. Why are we even having this podcast right now? That was really rude.
I mean, I didn't really take it into consideration. Everything on this podcast is a personal problem.
Do friends not rant about their personal problems?
Yeah, but when I have no answer for you, I'm gonna tell you it sounds like a personal problem. You know this. Like
okay. On that.
Okay.
Okay. Do you have any topics that you wanted to discuss? Because it seems like everything I wrote.
Yeah, everything else you wrote. The only thing that I wanted to discuss was football. We can talk about that real quick.
Yes.
We are down to 4 teams, which is wild. That it's down to 4 teams, and once again, the Kansas City Chiefs are playing the Buffalo Bills. The Bills-Ravens game was wild, insane, such a good game, crazy game.
I watched the last minute.
Yeah, well, that was like the insane part. So you saw the exciting.
Okay.
But as for Kansas City, like the reposting of Patrick Mahomes, like literally, like he deserves an Oscar at this point for like just drawing flags when like you literally trip over. Like he is like a soccer player playing football. Like it's so comical to me. I cannot believe that the Commanders beat the Lions. That was a shock for me. That was shocking. I did not think that game was going to be as close as it was. Like, I know that they've been playing good, but like, I just felt like the Lions have been so dominant the last few years. I just didn't see them losing to a team that like just made it back into playoff contention.
All the games were close.
Yeah, and then the Eagles game was pretty good too. Definitely thought they were going to lose that in the last moments, but it seems like we're going to have two good games this weekend as well. Which I'm
and I will not be able to watch them, but it's okay.
Oh no.
Well, I'll be like my pyramids, so I think I'll be okay. But like, yeah, I'm not a person that's gonna be like in Giza, like, wow, aliens / people built this millions of years ago. But wait, let's see what Josh Allen's doing. Like, no, I'm not gonna be that person.
Speaking of which, Josh Allen, wasn't he in the talk last night? I was like, where did this accent come from, sir?
Right?
Like, where
is he from? Where is he from? I thought the same exact thing. Like, I always thought him as just like the classic nondescript American accent. And then all of a sudden he came out with a twang. Josh Allen.
I was like, I'm sorry. I don't think like North.
He's from California.
Yeah, he sounds like he's from like, I don't even know.
He's from Northern California though.
Okay,
well, not really. Like he's from like middle. He's like middle of California.
No, I don't know any Californian that talks like that.
Yeah, I don't know where did he go to college? LSU.
I don't know. It was a very interesting like accent. Like it wasn't like
Wyoming,
super southern,
not even close.
But it wasn't. Oh, maybe he got into Wyoming then. Maybe he got like a Western twang happening.
He's there for 3 years. Are we serious?
Maybe he wanted to make it his personality. Please hold. I have to give my dog water because she's really
He thinks he's
right
on.
now.
Well, I was about to say Yellowstone, but that's Montana. Close enough though. Big skies in Wyoming. This is delish. I wish I kept the bottle over here to know the name of that German sparkling wine because that was actually pretty good.
That wasn't smart on your behalf.
But yeah, Josh Allen having an accent was not on my bingo card. Like, have I never heard him spoke before?
Speak? No, I don't think any. Yeah, I guess not because I was in shock. I was like, this is what he sounds like. It like didn't.
Haley has to hear that in bed. Like, what are we doing here?
Listen, I didn't say it was a bad thing. I just was like,
he's so
I was
cute.
caught off. I was caught off guard.
Well, listen, it's going to be good games, but like we have Taylor Swift versus my sister and her husband's happiness this weekend, so it's kind of rough for the Canovas over here. Really just me. Because like I do kind of want to see the Chiefs be knocked down a peg. Like nobody wants to see a team 3 times in a row in the Super Bowl.
Right.
But
for history it would be cool.
But for herstory.
Like also right. Yeah, so I think that's all I had to talk about, but I was like agreeing with your points that you made. Especially, yes, the drones, I think they fell off the face of the earth. My thing was New Year's Eve when they were like doing the big countdown in the with the drones. You can't convince me that that's not what all the drones were for.
You thought they were just rehearsing?
Yeah, I think they were just like scoping out the area.
Were they scoping out the area, or like they had to be sent one by one to the destination?
Maybe
like
that
far
was
away.
Maybe that was it. I don't know, but I was like, "Oh, this is what the drones were for." Okay, and then they literally disappeared.
That's what
it's either that or it was security for like some government thing, like
right.
They were sticking it out.
Let's put the tinfoil hat on for a moment. Like it happened right before, like it happened right between like the elections and like inauguration day, and like everybody always like says that everything's like election like related,
yeah,
but
well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was, because people were saying that Trump like wanted drones as part of like his security detail or something like that, but also they were flying over Trump National, so like and Piccadilly Arsenal, so
and
like,
he wasn't in power yet, so
right, but like they were probably just scoping it out, like, okay, if we want to do this, how would we do this type of thing? You know what I mean? Because they were told not to be shot down, and like obviously they're not going to be like, yeah, we're protecting the president in the future, maybe with drones. Like that would be fucking stupid to tell the people. So like, who cares? Like it's done.
I don't think it would be stupid to tell the people. It's a very common security feature.
Well, yeah, but then like
we use drones in the Middle East, but they can't see that they're better drones.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. What if somebody wants to take one out? I don't know. I am not a government official.
I know.
I'm just a civilian. And yeah, I noticed that they were gone too. So it was funny that you put that in the thing.
It's just that people stopped talking about them. Like after the New Year, you're right. Like right after New Year's, like people just stopped talking about them.
Did we get used to them? Or are we not looking for them anymore?
No, like I don't think we're not outside anymore. Like I don't know. It was very strange.
It is weird. No, I'm listen, I'm not knocking you. It's not weird.
Yeah, it was just a comment. It was just an observation that all of a sudden, like, I know that like news cycles is a thing and like we've moved on to the next issue, but like we never got the answer, and that's why I'm just like, oh, so we're just like moving on. And did like, they go away, or are they still out there? Like I haven't looked for one recently, so I don't, because I forgot about them.
I haven't been outside, honestly.
We haven't been outside. I haven't been around, so you know.
Yeah. It's cold. I'm in my house.
You didn't see any drones all over the rest of the country while you were on your road trip?
No, but I actually did think about them when I was in Texas, because the planes were so low, and I was like, because we were at like the airport, and I was like, oh, the drones, is that a drone? And then like I didn't want to bring it up in the car because like we were with our coworkers, and I don't want to like let's all get into the conspiracy theory about the drones, so I kept it to myself. But then I thought it was funny that you put the drones, because I was like, wow, I was just thinking about them the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
Like telepathy.
Well, I think another reason why was the conversations surrounding drones was very big on the TikTok, and then when TikTok all of a sudden was about to be banned, all the conversation turned to the ban, and that's when people were like, forget about the drones. It's all about this now. So it's like a news cycle. Exactly. So on that note, I'm going to get into my soliloquy.
Oh my God. Not prepared. Go ahead.
Saturday night was the most stressful night of my life.
So dramatic.
What? Whiplash, okay? First of all, I still held on to the last moment thinking somebody's gonna save it. It's gonna be postponed. We're not gonna have to worry about this, okay? All the way up until at about 6 p.m., I got the little message that everybody posted on their phone saying just so you know, TikTok's going down tonight. We're going to work to like get it fixed as soon as possible. And I was like, oh shit, they're for real. You have until 11:59. So I'm sitting here Saturday night on my phone like doomsday going, I need to consume as many videos as possible before midnight, okay? I also was binging TV in the meantime.
Actually afraid of
I was
you right now.
multitasking, okay? I wouldn't go as far to say I canceled plans because of it, because I just didn't have plans. But if I did, I would be out talking about TikTok. So it's fine. I'm full on like Katie Heron talking about Regina George. Like I needed to be about TikTok. So then at like 10:15, I get the notification that they took it down. And I'm like, excuse the fuck out of me. I was supposed to have another hour and a half. What is going on here? And I didn't have a panic attack. I'm not going to be that dramatic and say that. But I did not have a panic attack.
I wish that I recorded the Snapchat that you sent me.
That wasn't a panic attack. That was just a rant like this is.
Toni-ann, you were on the verge of tears. And you were literally
Snapchat.
unable to breathe.
That was a private Snapchat. Thank you. So I was not taking it well. But this is the thing, like, it's muscle memory. So then, like, it was a 10:15, and I'm like, okay.
You just keep trying to go back in it.
TikTok's down. So now let me move to Twitter and Instagram and complain that TikTok's down. Everybody was like, I guess we got to use Reels now. I was like, fuck Mark Zuckerberg. I'm not using Reels. I will refuse to use Reels. I ended up looking, YouTube has like YouTube Shorts, which is like a Reels/TikTok equivalent. I was like, I'm about to get Bezos up in here. Let's go. I don't know what to do with myself, right? Then I was like, you know what? This is a sign to just read a little bit and go to bed at a normal hour, because usually TikTok has me up till 3 a.m. So I was like, I'll just get a normal night's sleep tonight. Go to sleep, wake up. First thing I do when I take my phone in my hand, go to TikTok. And of course I get the message, no, sorry, we're down. It's no. And I'm like, I thought that I was dreaming that. It's fine. Okay. I thought that was a dream. It's fine. Go into my kitchen. Okay. I have my audiobook playing a little bit. So I'm like, okay, I'm occupied. I make my breakfast, whatever. Go to sit on my couch. What do? Click TikTok. Nope, sorry, we don't exist anymore. I had to have clicked the TikTok app about 20 times before I realized you're not getting it back. Like the muscle memory was insane.
No, but that's what happens when like Instagram goes down and like you just keep like clicking it and you're like, why is nothing loading? And you're like, oh, I forgot it's down. Like every single time
it's just such an ingrained part of my day. Like I do actually, my order of the day is usually, obviously, if I have text messages, I check those first in the morning. Then I like check my email. I don't know why. It was a weekend. I don't know why I did that. And then I go to TikTok. And then eventually I'd go to Instagram when I'm bored of TikTok for a little bit, which is almost never. And every time it's just like the natural click, like, oh, I'm sitting on my couch and I don't have anything to do for the next 5 minutes, TikTok. And it's just every time. So I was not doing okay. And then finally, I have to say, Kelly is actually the one that broke the news to me even before I was on social media and saw it. She texted me, TikTok is back. And I actually yelped all by myself on my couch and then opened it up and I still had the message. And I was like, what do you mean? And then
that's funny. And then it like slowly started getting back.
Yeah, I literally pictured myself like the girl from Dory, like Finding Nemo, when she's just banging on the thing like this, and like that was like me trying to refresh my app. God. And I'm texting her like, do you have it back? I don't have it back yet. What's going on? And then finally at like 1:30 I got it back, and I'm like, please don't ever do this to me again.
I just feel like everybody like I don't know, I really didn't think it was gonna be away for that long. Partially because they kept saying that the founder of TikTok, like the owner of TikTok, was going to the inauguration today.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why? Like, it's not going to be, like, it's either not going to happen or it's going to happen and then it's going to come back. Like, the whole thing was like a big.
I'm not delusional enough to not realize that it's complete political theater. Like, the fact that both messages said, like, Trump is working hard to restore it. Like, okay. Thank you, our Lord and Savior, Donald J. Trump. Like, okay. Like, what do you want me to kiss your feet? Like, Yes,
He
I'm happy
does.
my app is back, but like, come on, bro. Okay. And then like, yeah, like, of course, he wanted to take something away from us and then give it back to us. Like, it's like classic narcissism and like, hey, look at me. I want to gain your points.
Exactly. So it was just like funny watching everybody do this, and I was like, if I see another thing that TikTok is done, like,
We're just going to have to do this again in 90 days.
Get it. Well, unless somebody like buys it.
Yeah, which Zuckerberg, stay the hell away. Facebook, okay, TikTok came back. Facebook created an account on TikTok. What was that about? What do you need an account for Facebook on TikTok?
Because they don't want to be MySpace. They
Also,
can't become irrelevant.
Some people, some I may know, but I'm not going to mention them out of fear of them not wanting to be mentioned. Some people in this dark age of 12 hours deleted the app off their phone, thinking it would never come back. And then it came back, and it is no longer available on the App Store. So they can't re-download it. So they can't get it back.
That wasn't smart, people.
That was not me, because I am somebody that still had Flappy Bird on their phone up until about a year ago.
Right. I don't believe
So I was fine.
Toni-ann had Vine until last year.
I wish. Oh my God. A lot of people were saying, like, I think now is the perfect time to bring Vine back. And I was like, honestly, if this is the result, I would not be opposed. Like, because I could watch a 5-minute TikTok, no problem. But man, do I miss those 6-second videos.
I will never forget one time in college.
Oh, we had such a good weekend with Vine.
No, were you there when we tried to make the video of Ariana like levitating? And she was like hopping on one foot.
Probably.
This is so stupid. It sounds like something we would do in like 6th grade and then put it on YouTube. So the fact that we did this at 19-year-olds is so disturbing. But
there was one semester in college where Vine was like our entire life. Like, I think I have them saved on my phone. Like the Cinco de Mayo party at Loveland, I Vined that entire experience. Like, entire experience. The sports banquet dinner, Vined. When we went away for the MAC or whatever we were in that year, the whatever tournament, Vined all through in the hotel rooms. Like, I was Vining it up that year. I think that was junior year.
No, was it junior year or sophomore year?
No, it was junior year because Carla and Bree were seniors.
Okay, then I wasn't there while you were Vining
I mean, you were at the Cinco de Mayo party.
No, I don't think I was.
With the ice luge?
Yeah, I wasn't there.
With the Proud to Be American being sang in the kitchen and everybody up on the counters?
No, I heard about all of it, but I was not there.
Oh, I'm sorry. You missed that. That was a great party.
I was in my RA era at that point.
Oh, you were in your RA era. Yes. Yeah, all that was on
Vine. Legal.
Oh, that was on
that's
Vine.
so like I feel like I was there. I also like picked people up from that party. So like I was there, but I wasn't there. So yeah. Anyway, I would appreciate Vine coming back. I did like Vine. I was a Vine fan. I wasn't good at making.
On YouTube and watch
was not good at making them, but I enjoyed watching them.
Yeah, I mean, the ones I made were not good. Like, they were never going to go viral. They were completely ridiculous. But it was fun to like act like we were a creator for a second, and we were not. Right. Creator wasn't even a thing back then, but like, you know what I mean?
But we were not getting content creation awards for anybody's sake.
Oh, one wild thing, and then I swear we'll be done talking about TikTok for a little bit. Like, people thinking that TikTok was going away and never coming back. Did you see the trend where like a lot of creators were coming out and being like, now that this app's going down, I just have to admit, and it's like that all their content was like fake. Like, they were telling like deep, dark secrets. Like, this one girl that made her entire platform in hundreds of thousands of dollars off like workouts be like, I never did the workout. And like, people are like, excuse me? And then obviously like 12 hours later, TikTok was back and people are like, okay, can you please respond to this absolutely ridiculous thing you just threw out into the world? Like, excuse me?
I don't understand why people are so dumb.
Even if TikTok shut down, you would now have to answer that on all your other social media platforms. Like,
right.
Did you not expect to have like a content creator job anymore? Like, wild.
That's dumb. That's so dumb.
Okay, that's next app that makes it big. I need to get on the creator train. I already missed the
What
TikTok one.
else?
Sorry.
What else was on our note? Do we have anything else? Was that it? I don't remember. Did we all do it all based on memory? I'm proud of us if we did.
Yeah, we actually did hit it all. The topic, this topic that we just discussed, by the way, the only thing I wrote in the note was the worst 12 hours of my life, but hallelujah.
And I sadly knew what that meant.
So now, listen, I was heading to Egypt, and TikTok's still in Egypt, so like I would have been all right for a little bit.
Yeah, but I also saw somebody say that they were like in a country where TikTok was allowed, and like they were still getting the US like notification, which is wild. Yes, I did see that.
I guess maybe it takes a little time to adjust.
I didn't tell you that because then I was nervous that you were really gonna like freak. So
I would have survived. I'm gonna be busy enough on this vacation that I would have survived. I just
saw it. I chuckled to myself and I was like, "Oh, she's gonna be so messed up if this is still a thing and she can't watch."
Also, my algorithm probably would have got real Arabic if I just started scrolling in Egypt nonstop. But like I would end up getting TikToks. So I'd be like, I don't even know what they're saying. But you know, I would have made do. But yeah. It was a interesting weekend. Shout out to MLK. It's his birthday today. What up? What up? What else you got?
I got nothing. Literally nothing.
Okay. Well,
I mean, not that I'm looking forward to it, but it will be nice to have a little 2-week break and then we'll be back and fresh, people.
What is your Super Bowl prediction? Who's going to be in it?
I don't know. I want to say, as much as I really would like new teams to be in it, I could see a Chiefs Eagles repeat, and then I think Jason Kelce will be kicking himself.
I know that he's like he retired too early.
He did not retire too early. He needed to retire. His body is probably so thankful he did.
Oh my god, yeah. He's making more money now also than he ever did as a player, so I'm sure he's fine. I do, like I said, grew up a Jets fan, so like I'm not saying I'm an Bills fan because I'm not, but like I need to hear my sister and her husband like finally win because like I can't listen to them anymore talk about how they get to the championship every year and never make it to the Super Bowl. So I'll throw a good sisterly bone and say that I hope the Bills beat the Chiefs.
If the Bills win, I will in no way be disappointed.
Yeah, because I get to look at Josh Allen. That's okay.
Yeah. Well, I think my husband's just hoping that like maybe they'll show Haley Steinfeld at the Super Bowl if they make it fair.
Right? Why doesn't she get the attention that Taylor Swift gets? I mean, I know she's Taylor Swift, but like Haley Steinfeld's good.
Also, right? Like, why can't? And this is the problem: is that they don't show other celebrities at the game. They only show her, and then they get mad. This is why the men get mad.
Who's performing the halftime show this year?
I think Kendrick Lamar. Yeah.
So like, Endgame remix? Well, that's not Kendrick Lamar, is it?
Oh.
How do we not know this? What's going on?
I don't know because there's so many songs in the discography.
She's not going to perform. I'm just saying, like.
Or is he's not on Bad Blood remix?
Oh, maybe it's the Bad Blood remix, not. Isn't that what I said?
But, no, you said Endgame. I said Endgame, and that's why I got confused. But I think it's
Bad Blood remix. Yes.
Can you look it up just to confirm?
That's a pretty good time to drop Rep TV. Just saying.
Okay, she's not gonna do that with somebody else's.
Oh, Bad Blood is 1989. I'm getting all mixed up now. Forget it.
Yeah, you really are.
But no,
that would be actually
Lamar,
wild. That would be but that would be crazy if he just like was like, you know what, you're here anyway. Like, might as well.
While you're here, what's it called? I had one more note about the Super Bowl. Okay, so Kendrick Lamar is performing. Yeah. What the hell was the other thing I was gonna say?
Were you gonna ask about the national anthem? Because I don't know who's singing that.
No, I wasn't gonna ask. Oh, I was just gonna make a funny comment that what if Haley Steinfeld comes out in halftime and goes, "I got everything when I got you and I look around me and see a sweet life. You're my flashlight, getting me through the night."
Just have like a whole
but like,
acapella.
but she has to she has to come out of the darkness like in that awkward way she did in the movie, and like nobody sings with her. Like that's what I want. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, people, educate yourselves on Pitch Perfect 2, okay? Just saying. But yeah.
Oh my god, we have to stop at this.
It's fine. That's perfect ending. Perfect segue to us saying, thanks for tuning in, bitches.
Thanks for being our friend.
Yeah, exactly. Bye.
Hi, friends. Wow, you listened to the whole thing. Thanks for listening. Please be sure to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platform and share it with your friends. Ratings, reviews, and comments help as well. See you next week. Thanks for being our friend.